So let's continue to the hello world thing. So throughout this lecture and your programming life, I can bet that you will use strings many times. And manipulating strings is one of the kind of cumbersome jobs in programming, right? It's not clean like the numbers, right? Numbers are very clean and easy to handle, kind of. But strings, they are messy, human-made, and yeah. So, and first we start with how to define string variables, right? This and this single quotation is used as a wrapper, right? And this display string task, right here, displays this string, and this is going to be like this, right? And then string task here, %s, %s, and %s. %s, we already know this has been used to print out string, right? And then this string 1 and string 2 and string 3, for what these are used? Actually, each of these string variable is a vector of characters, like this, right? So the first H, the large capitalized H, corresponds to the str task 1. Then this is str task 2, this is str task 3, this is str task 4, right? It's just a numeric vector, but the vector is just 4, right? Then according to this idea, this str task 1 represents H, str task 2 represents small e, str task 3 represents small l, right? So this HEL is printed out, right? Similarly, here 1, 2, this means what? 1, 2, 3, right? Str task 1, 2, 3. So again, HEL, right? HEL is printed out, right? And then now you get the idea, right? 3, 2. Here is strange word END. END means the end of this sequence, end of this vector. End of this vector means this 16, right? So what it actually means is 3:16. Then it's the same as the previous example, right? From 3 to 16, from 3 to 16, we are all going to print out this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So LLO, WORLD, and exclamation blank ISE. Actually, this is coming from here, right? And then again, 1, 2, 3, HEL, right? And here is interesting thing. What does this mean? 2 to 10, but with step of 2. With step of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? Means that we are going to print out E and L and blank and O and L. That's what is happening here, right? And E2 with step 2 and AND is just a longer version of this, right? So END, what does this mean? In this case, 16, right? 16. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16, right? So it's a little bit longer, right? Right. So final case is the 5, -1, and 1. Of course, now you get the idea. This is the from, right? From index. This is the to, the destination index. And this is this tab, right? So 5 and step -1, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are the letters to be printed out. So means that 5 is O, 4 is L, 3 is L, 2 is E, and 1 is H, right? Corresponds to here. So this is how to manipulate strings with this iteration operation, right? It's from, this is to, and this is this tab. All right, okay. And more, some more on these things. So actually this is quite easy. We declared a string variable here and we displayed it for a test purpose. And then string test 1, string test 2, 1 is H and 2 is E. H and E, right? This, right? And then you are going to display what is this? So the new function length called length. So length of the string, intuitively is 16. So actually 16 is printed out well. And then display here, right? Here string task up until here, and there is a blank here, and depth department, right? Here. So this is simple string concatenation. So there was the function dedicated for this purpose, which is called string cat. This vector matrix concatenation, works just same, okay? And then of course we can use the replicate matrix function, right? Replicate matrix function. Do you recall that we already covered this lab math in the first part of this week? String test 1, 2. So this is the row replication, and this is column replication, and this is replication matrix, replicated matrix, right? Because it's column-wise 2 times replication, so it's 1 time and 2 times coming right here, right? Finally, we can do this string comparison. For instance, strcmp and strcmpi. strcmpi is comparing strings, ignoring cases, and string comparison is considering cases, compare strings, okay? So when we compare strings, this string test, str test is here, so it's never going to equal to the ISE. One is hello world exclamation and blank ISE, and the other is just ISE. So it's never gonna be the same. So it's going to be 0. But and is 16 here, and -2 is 14, and string test. This means what? This means ISE, right? And the ISE, and here we have the ISE same. So actually these are same, so this string comparison returns 1. Here 0 represents false and 1 represents true. So you see that string test here is never gonna be the same to the ISE, so false is returned. And if we just only take the final parts of this thing, of this variable, then it's just same, so returns true. So that's what is happening here.